I cannot express in words how much I hate this format. Yeah. It's not the first time bull happened in this format. It's not the last time it will happen, or pray to God it's the last time it happens. But oh my God, I'm pissed off. Everyone should be pissed off if you love NASCAR. If you love what people call the integrity of the sport, it doesn't exist anymore. I have hated this format since its inception. I have hated the idea of playoffs, the chase, whatever it may be, because it's created some of the stupidest scenarios in the history of sports. This is worse than Spingate, mainly because Spingate had to do with the last position in a 13 or a 12-car field. It eventually became a 13-car field. And realistically, when you're 12th in the playoff field, you're not going to win the championship. Tonight was for a championship spot. We have this absurd, stupid, made-up, forced Game 7 moment format, and it creates some of the stupidest scenario. Chevrolet, Toyota should be ashamed of themselves. They blatantly manipulated that race without saying. They actually did say it. You know what? They came over the radio of the number 3. So, okay, I need to back up before I start screaming. Martinsville. Okay, here's the situation. It comes down to one single point. William Byron's going backwards. Christopher Bell is pinned a lap down. Christopher Bell has to make up one single spot, or William Byron has to make up one single spot, and Bell's in and Byron's out. So Bell's out by one, and he needs to make up a spot, or Byron's in by one, he can't get past. Well, the first bit of manipulation comes with 15 to go, and it's pretty darn obvious if you ask me. Pretty quickly, Austin Dillon and Ross Chastain are very clearly quicker. They've caught up to Byron in just a handful of laps, and 15 to go. Suddenly, they're 2 by 2, side by side, clearly quicker than Byron. Byron is struggling. He's on old tires. He's worn out. He has some damage from some contact when Blaney shipped the 16 into him. And the point being, the 3 and the 1 are clearly better. Like, at any Martinsville race, you would bump him out of the way to get by. The big thing is, William Byron drives a Chevrolet. Ross Chastain drives a Chevrolet. Austin Dillon drives a Chevrolet. Now, there's a couple cars behind him that don't, but at Martinsville, there's basically one groove. You can make a pass on the top if you're, like, really good, or if you have fresher tires, but for the most part, no. So the situation comes out, and for the last 15 laps of this race, we watch Austin Dillon and Ross Chastain sit like this, not making up anything on Byron. I think they hit his back bumper on the last lap because the 7 of Justin Haley got in the way, and they were trying to avoid him, and Byron had to check up big. But oh, no. Chastain and Dillon could have very easily passed him there, but no. That goes against Chevy orders. Byron stays ahead of him. Well, then all of a sudden, Bubba Wallace, who got lapped with like 20 to go, decides, I think I got a tire going down. Oh, Toyota? I have a tire going down? Okay, I have a tire going down. And he starts backing off the last 2 laps. So all of a sudden, there's the position for Christopher Bell. And going into 3 and 4, Christopher Bell, he's told, you got to pass the 23. You got to pass the 23. He goes and passes the 23. He misses the corner. He smacks the wall, and he does like a quarter Chastain wall ride. And all of a sudden, Bell's in. Bell's in the championship 4. And I'm sitting here mad because, firstly, Chevrolet very clearly manipulated that finish. And 2, Bubba Wallace did not have damage. Bubba Wallace did not have a tire going down. How the hell did he go that slow all of a sudden? Show me some evidence. Show me a tire falling apart. Show me the tire after the race, or show me the damage. Like, immediately after the race, someone pull up the car, show me the damage. Okay, please, for the love of God. Well, through all the stupidity, we sit here for 30 freaking minutes. 30 minutes, at least. It could have been more. And they come out and they say, oh yeah, Bell safety violation. You're out, Byron. What? That's freaking dumb. Idiots, stupid idiots, your format created this. What? It's because the wall ride got banned. Well, he didn't really once again, for like a quarter of a turn. Okay, first of all, that shouldn't have happened. Sure, I guess you could argue that, but that whole situation shouldn't have happened. We have this asinine format where it comes down to 1 point every single time. Every freaking time it comes down to a single point or something at Martinsville. And here's the format. We got this elimination format in motorsports. We have a format where in race 16, I think it was, of the year, a car who was running 20th in points and 23rd in the race, he spins out with a lap and a half to go. And because of that, another guy who was 15th in points now has a shot at the championship next week. We have this format where a guy can get what did Newman have? 4 top 5s all season long, and he can make a championship race, one single championship race over the guy who led points all year, another guy who had 7 wins that year, and another guy who ran second in points all year. And then we have this blatant race manipulation. If this was a single full season format, we would not have this. Because frankly, Byron would be a little bit more irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. I think I look it up all the time because I'm delusional and I want a season-long format. I think it would be like Larson, Reddick, Bell, Byron. Byron's like almost mathematically eliminated. But this would not be happening in that format because it doesn't come down to a single point with 2 races to go. That's only in this format. It's a mockery to NASCAR is what it is. It's a mockery to motorsport. It's a mockery to all sports. Everyone involved should be ashamed of themselves, in my opinion. Chevrolet, Chastain, Dillon, someone came over Dillon's radio and said, what was it? Remember the deal. And then someone comes over the one's radio and says, hey man, the 24 is only 1 point to the good. So just kind of, think about that. And then Bubba Wallace after the race is like, hey, I had damage to my car, or, I had a tire going down. It was one of those. Stupid. It's bullshit crap. If you want my opinion, I think this whole first 7 minutes has been opinion at this point. If you want my opinion, more of my opinion, the 20 and the 24 should have been disqualified. Toyota and Chevrolet should have been handed historic NASCAR fines. The 3, the 1, the 23 should all have been some sort of way fined, suspended, something. That very well could have come up next week. But the 24 and the 20 both should have been disqualified. It should have been the championship 3. I don't think putting, Larson, the next guy out, I don't think putting Larson in would be the right decision because at the end of the day, Larson was not in a good enough position. Now, once again, this goes back to my season-long format thing. Larson's arguably the best driver this year. They've been the best team this year. So really, he should be in. But no, this format sucks. So, blatant race manipulation. There's a 100% rule in NASCAR. This isn't some unwritten gray rule area. There is a 100% rule in NASCAR where you have to go 100%. The 3 was not going 100% those last 15 laps. The 1 was not going 100% those last 15 laps. The 23 was not going 100% those last 3-4 laps when he all of a sudden tanked back to Bell. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous, the reasoning they used. They said, the 20 rode the ball. Safety violation. That's the difference. That's stupid. That's ridiculous. That's so dumb. I know, I only use the same 3 words. But this is a mockery to NASCAR. This format has always been a joke. It will always be a joke. When we have former champions calling it a joke and saying that this is the straw that broke the camel's back for this format, what else do you need to get rid of it? It's ridiculous. It's always been ridiculous. It's always been a complete joke. It's been a forced Game 7 moment for as long as it has existed because NASCAR wants their magical Game 7 walk-off home run to win the World Series. Guess what? That doesn't happen every year. The Dodgers won the World Series in 5 games this year. The Celtics won the finals last year in 5 games. You're not always going to get a Game 7. You're not always going to get a Game 7 buzzer beater moment, so deal with it. You are a motorsport. There are too many external factors from the actual championship competing teams that you can't have this. It's ridiculous. It's genuinely ridiculous what happened. It's the fact that there's external factors. That's the thing that pisses me off. And then when people compare it to football, they're like, oh, the 9-7 Giants won that Super Bowl once against the 18-0 Patriots. They played teams head to head. There wasn't like a third team on the sidelines that could wreck them or could hold up the other team because they had manufacturer orders. You can't have a mechanical failure in football. You can't have another team hold someone up for you. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's stupid. I hate this format with a burning passion. I will do anything I can. Anything to get rid of this format. Please. I don't care. Burn it. Kill it with fire. Do anything you have to. I hate this format. I've always hated this format. I don't know what else I have to say. I mean, I have no power, so I don't know really why I'm saying this now. But someone, please do something. We are a mockery in the motorsports world. We are the only ones who do this for now. We influence supercars. I'm sorry, supercars fans. I hate this format. I'll probably end up ranting later, but let me get my computer. Lost in all of this is Ryan Blaney did what he did last year, and he won Martinsville to go to the Final Four. Good for him. He can become the first repeat champion in this stupid format that I hate very much. Do I want to expand my thoughts? I'll wait till next week. Chase Elliott second had to win, falls short. Unfortunate for him. Had a good car today, led a bunch of laps. Alan Gustafson with a great strategy call. Speaking of things that make me mad, when Alan Gustafson gets hate, Alan Gustafson made a great call today and it worked out for him. So haters, sob. Kyle Larson third. Once again, a great part of this so fantastic format. It's like Kyle Larson leads the points for the majority of the year, falls short in the regular season championship, but he wins. He continues to be hot in the playoffs. Yes, he had a couple bad races in there. He had a few wrecks. He had some mistakes, but he wins the Bristol Night Race. He wins the Charlotte Roval. But no, doesn't mean anything because he had a couple bad races. He had 3 bad races. He had 1 bad race at Vegas, a meh race at Homestead, and a good race tonight. And as a result, we're going to penalize him for having 3 bad races, and he doesn't get a chance to fight for the championship. We got some geniuses over at NASCAR. Austin Cindric, 4th. Wow. Good for him. Double top 5 for Penske. Once again, good for him. Hamlin, top 5. He's eliminated. Tough for him. Byron, 6th. It's nothing personal against Byron. He drove great tonight. He was able to get stage points. He led a bunch of laps. They did everything right, but the fact of the matter to me is that Chevrolet manipulated this race in favor of him. The 3 car and the 1 car very clearly backed off and would not pass him, and Byron should not be in. But once again, they did nothing wrong. It's the higher-ups. It's the Chevy people. They got some messages down to the 3 and the 1, and as a result, I'm really mad that Byron's in. Once again, it's nothing against Byron himself. As I said, they had a really good night. They were top 5 most of the night. They end up 6th. They lead laps. They got stage points. They did everything they were supposed to do until that last run, and they started falling off. But because they had the phone call from upstairs, they're in. Austin Dillon, 7th. Ross Chastain, 8th. I'm really mad at these two right now. Going along with it, but at the same time, Chevrolet is a part of their paycheck, so don't really think they have an option in that moment. I mean, technically they do, but they might get yelled at behind closed doors. They might get punished. I don't know. I really don't know how it works behind closed doors, but that was terrible by them. I wish Keselowski took them out, honestly. I mean, I don't endorse intentionally wrecking, but when you have blatant race manipulation, something needs to be done. Keselowski led a bunch of laps in this race. It was very random. Logano, Gregson. Is that who I think it is in 12th? You know what? Cup Series debut at Martinsville. A top 12. We got to do it. Play the song. Bowman, Priest, Briscoe, Barry, Henry, Bubba Wallace. I'm mad at him too. If there ended up being something broken on the car, he actually had a flat tire, and it was just like very suspicious timing, like it ended up being a real problem, then okay, I'll take the heat off you. I'll say, you know what? You're fine. But no, if he did not have damage and he literally got the phone call from Toyota, they used some code words, and he dropped all that way back just for that, shame on you. Austin, Dillon, Chastain, Bubba, shame. Jones, blah, blah, blah. Christopher Bell was terrible today. At the end of the day, in this format, I guess he did not deserve a spot because, I don't know. I can't even justify it. Christopher Bell has been a top 3 guy all year. He has 3 wins. He finished top 5 in the points. He's been the most consistent driver in these playoffs. I think he has the most top 10s in these playoffs. He's led laps. He finished second at Vegas. He finished like 4th at Miami. And now because he has one bad race, he's out. And he's out because of some weird rule. Stupid. It's so stupid, man. It really is so stupid. I'm not excusing their poor performance tonight. I'm just saying that the format is stupid. Suarez, Truex led some laps early in this thing. He's got one more race left. Host of our Like to Wreck people tonight. Gillen, Grog, Kyle Busch, Justin Haley, Busher, Nemechek, Gibbs, McDowell. Reddick had some mechanical failure. They were bad all night. They're always bad here, though. Joey Burton, Balecki. So, I don't know. But yeah, your final 4 is Tyler Reddick, Joey Logano, William Byron, and Ryan Blaney. So, I guess we got to talk about that this week. We're going to Phoenix. This week really can't get much worse. We got to go to Phoenix. I was so encouraged this morning. We had a fantastic F1 race. The race actually today at Martinsville was decent. That's what makes me more mad is we had a decent race today. We've had so many problems at these short tracks with this car, and we actually have a decent race. And it has to be ruined by this playoff format. Oh, my God. The Monday after should be fun tomorrow. I don't know what else to say. Let me know if you're mad in the comments. Let me know if you think I'm overreacting. I don't think I am because I hate the playoffs. I'm very biased against the playoffs, but let me know your thoughts, all that. I'm not going to sleep tonight.